Good afternoon, Mr. Jimenez. I understand you have concerns you wish to bring up on behalf of the teachers.
Good afternoon, Dr. Cantor. The faculty has met on our own, and we have some concerns about the school board changing curriculum mid-year to allow for 2 weeks of practice tests leading up to the state test.
What were some of the things discussed in this meeting?
Well, we as a faculty feel that the school board is in the wrong. We have spent countless hours working to create learning communities with the PTA involvement that has mapped out our curriculum for the year. Our test scores are some of the best in the county. We don't need the county to change our curriculum. We have established learning communities, incorporated parents, and our students show learning gains each year.
While I understand your concern, Mr. Jimenez, the school board is who I work for. I report to them, and if all schools are mandated to do this testing 2 weeks prior, or practice testing 2 weeks prior, then we will as well.
I understand. The faculty feels that the school board's new policy of drill and kill leading up to the test is not needed in South Elementary. And we demand our school to be removed from these policies. We don't think we should be punished for low achieving schools in other areas. The PTA has followed suit after reading our letter and submitted their own letter to the school board.
I understand that teachers and parents are passionate about the work being done at South Elementary. So am I. We have worked together to create these learning communities to develop a curriculum plan, but we must be flexible to the school board procedures. The chain of command must be followed. I will not have to deal with the consequences of the PTA's letter, especially since it's now common knowledge of the letter submitted to my faculty and staff.
The parents of the PTA have also threatened to keep their children home on testing day. If these needs aren't met by the school board, the parents feel not all schools are being considered in this approach by the school board.
While I encourage the leadership by the teachers and parents being active stakeholders, the teachers' letter to PTA about subjects before my knowledge is out of line. These concerns should have been brought to me first and discussed in the same way our learning communities and curriculum are discussed together. By not following the chain of command, we now have parents that are threatening to boycott testing day.
Collectively, as a faculty, we have agreed on this. Our children succeed in our classes. They do well on state tests. They achieve our results without teaching to the test and without changing our curriculum.
We are a very big school district. School board members must look at the entire county when making these decisions. While we may not agree with 2 weeks of teaching to the test, our students will be learning, and this will give us a chance to see what benefits this practice testing can have for 2 weeks of school.
Our students are over-tested as is. The school board preaches to us that modern societies depend on lifelong learners capable of creativity and critical thinking. Now, the school board wants us to go away from sound teaching methods to the drill and kill approach.
We are all employees of the school district and accountable to the school district, school board, and state legislature. This is no different than aligning to curriculum to state and county standards that we do in the beginning of the summer. The only difference is it's happening in mid-year.
The PTA has already submitted their letter to the school board and believes these educational practices to be harmful to their children. The PTA believes all this testing time is taking away from the actual learning that should be taking place.
The PTA will have to understand the county will not make an exemption for one school. If they did, then all schools would have to be looked at on an individual basis, in a case by case. This simply is not feasible for such a large school district.
Well, the PTA has also mentioned that the school board doesn't have their approval to adopt educational practices that are harmful to their children. Their children are already succeeding on these tests.
The PTA must understand this is a county mandate. If test scores can be improved at poor performing schools by this method, then what can they possibly do at our school that has a high achieving method as is? Even at our school, we have underperforming students. It's my responsibility as a principal to give every student a chance to succeed, whether it's in the classroom or on a state test.
Well, this action by the school board will have the opposite effect on South Elementary. We will have students that will miss testing days to prove a point to the school board. Our school grade will go down.
It's up to us, administration and faculty, to mention the importance of these tests to our students and parents. It's also to inform the members of PTA that we will continue to do the things the South Elementary way. And that's extremely important to do it the South Elementary way. We will meet in our learning communities just the same way we did before, about how to go about best with testing material, what connections can possibly be made to current curriculum as well.
The faculty expects you to bring these concerns to the school board. And if the school board doesn't agree, we're looking at you to help us work around these demands of the 2 weeks of practice test.
I will discuss the concerns with the school board. The PTA letter has left me no choice but to do so. I will address the faculty concerns to see if a compromise can be made between our curriculum and the practice test for a 2-week time span. As the principal who answers to the school board, I cannot go against their wishes if they refuse. I will not jeopardize my standing with the school board or my professionalism by working around these demands of the school board. My expectation is the faculty and staff will follow suit. The faculty may not agree with the school board decision, but it's up to us to find the best way to make this work. This will provide a chance for the faculty to look at innovative ways to review assessment material and see what benefits this practice testing can have for us in the future. I expect the faculty to have the same